the newsroom.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Let's see what Jeff Sills has cooked up for us. The finest newsman in the drone industry, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Sills. What's happening?
Kelly's your best friend?
Oh, damn.
Obviously, I'm not. I think George is.
No, you're one of my many best friends. We're all best friends.
I don't want everybody on the same level. You got to rank it. I'm a list guy. I want 1, 2, 3, all the way down.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do what parents do when their children ask them which is their parents' favorite. My mom, when I would ask, who's your favorite, me or my sister, she would say, well, you're my favorite boy child. She's my favorite girl child. Very diplomatic. So
me, George, and Jeff, last time I checked, are all boy childs.
Well, George is my favorite best friend with a goatee. Kelly,
Jeff, I'm sorry, man.
Kelly, you're I didn't think that through. Okay. No. All right, let's just get to the news. Sorry, looking so sad. Okay, you know what though? I have to say, no, that's not a goatee. That's a Wolf Blitzer beard.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I gotta say,
he used to have a goatee. Sometimes he has a goatee.
You are looking mighty fine tonight, Jeff. What did you do? Did you find the razor?
Yeah.
Excellent. Look, he's wearing that. He's wearing those Trust Me glasses. Please send all marriage proposals to. Yeah. And I'll forward them to him. All right. What do we got?
All right. So apparently the DJI FPV drone is on its way. And that's shown up.
And here it is. Just one of the many leaks going on. This is leakier than a Swiss cheese pipe. This thing.
Wait. Can we stop for just a second?
Yeah.
So let's suppose you and Danielle get back together and get remarried. Who's the best man at the wedding? Is it Jeff? Is it George? Is it me? I need to know now.
Big announcement concerning Danielle coming up later on in the show.
Reunited.
Stop it. Stop it. Jeff, that's you, bud. Your news time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. By the way, hold on. How many beers you got there?
Not enough.
I'm prepared for at least a two-fisting.
Oh, it's going to be the best news ever. All right. What do we got? So
so the DJI FPV drone, the leaked photos are coming out. This, of course, is the worst-kept secret of the internet at the moment because of this drone. There's video footage and all sorts of things all over the place. I would be surprised about anything more that would possibly be learned from it. We do know that it's going to be priced at $12.99, and we know that the release is going to be March 2nd, and the official announcement will be in New York around 9 a.m.
And this is footage from it. It's low-res footage, but, I mean, this is the kind of moves that it can do. Cool, huh?
Are guys like Nurk and, I don't know all their wacky names, the guy we're having on tonight, are they excited about this, or is this like, nah, this isn't for me? Well,
I think they're curious about it. They've certainly been sent the units by DJI, all the big FPV guys. We'll ask Zorro later. But there's one of these pictures. Doesn't this look like something out of Star Wars? And no Star Trek jokes, Kelly. Doesn't it look like a helmet? It's wearing a little helmet, like a little midget helmet thing.
Yeah, it just needs the deep breathing and to let me know that it's my father.
And by the way, I say the word midget not about people, but about, like, you can still say midget car racing, I think. Can you? Let me check.
Yes.
PC, please say yes, you can, I think.
All right, so in India, there has been a massive protest against the farm laws that India's Punjab state has been trying to push out. This is some drone footage taken Sunday, February 21st, of approximately 200,000 people that had gathered in Barnala to protest this particular change in the agricultural laws.
Wow.
The concern is that this is going to devastate their livelihood.
Is this effective, getting this many people together? I mean, are they going to, or is that
it's a very strong sign of solidarity from the farming community, and the simple fact that there was also 50,000 women in that crowd is also a major advancement and a major step forward in the part of this protest. So I'm hoping that it does have an effect. I really do.
I tell you
no
what,
masks. I'm not seeing any masks there.
it's a lot easier to get a whole bunch of people together in India than it is here in this country, isn't it? Because I mean, right? Because isn't there a lot more people in the metropolitan areas?
I mean, yeah, they're fairly crowded. The cities are pretty crowded. So yeah.
And
I mean, this is the farming community, so this is going to be more of a rural area, and getting the farming community together, I would imagine, is probably quite a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I hope that works out for him.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, so a European product launch has just come out. The Photokite Sigma is a 24-hour plugged-in power source, ground-supporting dual-vision camera system.
All right. It's a tethered drone.
Yep. It actually looks like a kite.
Oh. That's a good idea.
Yeah, the drone's ground station weighs about 19 pounds. The drone itself can fly up to 150 meters in the air, and because it's powered off of the vehicle, it can stay up there as long as the vehicle has the ability to provide the power. It has a 30 frame per second thermal camera and a 720p 30 frame per second RGB camera on it. And it's, I'm impressed with it. I really am.
Yeah.
The simple fact that it's attached to the car, it's going to show there with the first responders. It's all a compact system. I think this is a really impressive way of being able to deploy it, because if you think about the firefighters and such, they don't really have the time to mess with the setup and piloting.
Yeah, that's true.
etc.
And even just regular old traffic accidents, police, when they take pictures of it, it's rarely from the air. And now you're going to see a lot more of these tethered things in emergency departments and everything. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, good idea.
That thing is the size of a suitcase. You could put that on the trunk of a police car.
We'll get you one, Jeff. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll get you one.
All right. Yeah,
The suitcase, not the drone.
Right. That's what I meant.
Always cheated out of the fun stuff. Okay. The Polish Army has now officially fielded the WB Electronics Warmate, which is a loitering munition.
Okay.
We had video of the suicide drone.
Oh, the suicide drone. You gotta get to rehearsal there, Jeff.
Yeah, I know. I tried to cue it.
Reliable. Fast. Precise. Warmate loitering munition. A
Warmate.
drone providing precisely targeted strike and observation capabilities, creating a high-impact solution to gain tactical advantage on a multi-domain battlefield.
So it's a guided missile. That's what it is,
Well,
right?
it can loiter in the area, and they can use it to monitor an area and watch for targets, etc. But if they have some need to be able to use it as a weapon, it actually doubles as a suicide drone, and they can target whatever they.
Oh, so you don't have to blow it up every time.
Yeah, you don't have to blow it up every time.
Okay, all right. I was thinking, what a waste.
Outstanding mission agility, power, and precision make Warmate a destructive and effective tool on the contemporary battlefield.
Man, that's a force multiplier if I ever saw one.
Well, and this is one of the first iterations that I've seen an official armed forces take, these suicide drones and start applying them as a deployed, thing. In other words, it's not something that they talk about or in testing, etc.
Right, and it's not some rando that took a Phantom and glued a grenade to it.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely.
Yeah. That is
always love those.
That is a true force multiplier.
Speaking of force multipliers, the Civil Defense Authority, located in the Middle East, to be named nameless, has removed a drone threat using the Black Sage counter-drone technology. This particular event was the first iteration in the Middle East of them interrupting a documented drone strike using this system. And they did not release a whole lot of information about, the type of attack, et cetera. All that's, kind of hush hush. But the system that they were using is called the Black Sage Sawtooth Defense System. And it's a counter drone system specifically designed for counter drones. This is using the lasers and the microwaves where they're integrated, and it'll heat up the drone and pop it.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
Laser.
Good first deployment, and glad to hear that it was successful in its first public
We have
outing.
developed a high-energy laser weapon system, which has proven to be the most precise, efficient, and effective way to get eyes on target and to hard kill smaller drones that have snuck into your inner defenses. Well, high-energy lasers need to direct their beam onto a very precise spot on the UAS. Therefore, our system features the most advanced electro-optical sensors and tracking algorithms in the world. This means the operator can zoom in, look at the target as it ingresses, and fire a precise, silent, invisible beam of light to destroy.
I mean, it can't be silent. What's the fun in a silent in a laser that you can't see? You want it to be like the space movies where it's a chunk of light going like some sort of light bullet. Phasers on stun.
That was the Raytheon technology system that they had in that video, and that one also has been quite successful in its iteration.
Laser.
All right, so Tuscaloosa has a McFarland Mall. It's been there since 1969. It's a bit of history for that particular area, and that mall has fallen on very hard times. And it is set for demolition. So a local businessman and property owner decided that before the place got destroyed, he would take his drone out and document the building one last time.
I lived in Tuscaloosa for many years. Did a morning show there called The Beaner Again Show, and I've been to that mall. And in fact, until this story was mentioned, I had totally forgotten about it. It wasn't a good mall back then. Sorry, Tuscaloosa. Yeah, it smelled funny. You know those malls that just smell funny when you go in? It was, I mean, some, like the Mall of America, they actually pipe in smells. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To make it more pleasant,
Yeah.
like a casino. They want to keep you there. But this mall just smelled like black mold and desperation.
That's a great album title.
Ladies and gentlemen, one night only. Black mold and desperation.
Not sure if what they're going to change it out with is going to smell much better, because I think they're proposing a sportsplex, so that you're going to go from moldy smell to sweat and tears.
That's another thing. You ever walk into a dive bar? It all smells like everything that falls into the floor. Beer, cigarettes, stripper sweat, all that stuff. Just permeates your nostrils.
Well, the idea of being able to use a drone to be able to record and protect your history is also something that's being used in Syria. The Syrian Civil War has been considered one of the century's greatest catastrophes. Millions of people displaced and killed, but the damage to the heritage in Syria, which dates back to the Byzantine area, churches, monasteries, villages, have been completely decimated. And this recently, this drone footage has been taken of a lot of the Syria heritage sites to show how much has been lost because of this conflict. That's history, human history.
Wow, that's just, you can't fix that. That's not some paint and a few bricks. That's gone, man.
That's bulldozers and starting from scratch.
That's so sad.
Wow.
Yeah, very, very sad. So, but again, amazing footage and a great way of showing the usage of a drone to be able to document that sort of stuff. The Army Rapid Capabilities and Critical Technologies Office is now deploying the Thor system for killing drones. The Army is partnering with the Air Force as part of the development of this. It's a tactical high-power microwave operational responder, or Thor. I love the name.
Yeah.
Do you
Not
ever
sure.
wonder if they came up with the name first, Thor, and then
Yeah.
tried to find something to fit it, or
For
came up with the
sure.
big long name and it just happened to spell Thor?
Yeah, or they had a system and it spelled out dork, and they're like, "Nah, we got to change that. What do we change it to? We're gonna make a fix. I know. Let's make it Thor, God of Thunder and Drone Killing." Yeah.
Yeah, no information as to when this is going to be actually put into process. And next, good.
Our big drone killing thing. The acronym. Gee, maybe you didn't notice. It spells out dweeb. Should we rethink this? Let's revisit this. Okay.
I will share one small funny story. I worked for Hewlett Packard, and I was in the tools development team, and we were in the process of developing a new ticketing system for the technicians to use, and they wanted to call this system Whopper. And I'm in the meeting, and I'm like, "Gentlemen, do you seriously want to call this thing Whopper?" And they're like, "Yes." And I was like, "Have you ever seen the movie with Matthew Broderick where they're going to destroy the planet with a computer system that happens to be called the Whopper?" Do we want to name our ticketing system after something that was trying to kill everybody?
Wow.
No.
And did they end up changing it?
Oh, yeah, we changed it.
Oh, good. Okay.
All right. So Honda has recently patented a new electric motorcycle, and they released some photographs, or not photographs, but some drawings of this. But what's interesting about their electric motorcycle is it's going to have a drone in the tail.
Yeah, it is, and that's going to make it so much better. I don't want a motorcycle without a drone in the tail. What in the hell are they thinking? Hey, here's something cool. Is a motorcycle's cool. Yeah, drones are cool. Let's put them together, and then it'll be super cool. Nope.
Yeah, I would imagine that it's called a tail box, and it's an autonomous drone that would fly out ahead of the motorcycle. So that
What
you
was
would
it
be able
called?
to see.
What was it called?
Tail box.
I think I rented that when I first turned 18. I could buy the special movies.
Tailbox 2 is better. If you haven't seen that one yet. Tailbox
Can you
2
watch
Electric
Tailbox
Boogaloo?
2 without seeing Tailbox 1? Are you lost with the
No,
character
you can't.
development?
No, you've got to watch them both back to back.
You know what I heard? That Tailbox 3D is in development. But that tail really comes at you. Oh, ah, here comes the tail. Dorky. Oh, Jeff, he's on the bottle. We got him on the
Jeff,
bottle.
put it down, Jeff.
No. That's, official bucket list item taken off of my list is taking a news story and turning it into a porno. All right. So, next in the news, we have out of NHS Scotland. They have been working with drone deliveries, and they're talking about long distance, like 40-kilometer deliveries. They have a new fleet of these drones that are going to be used in Scotland to deliver COVID-19 test samples. So these are the results from tests that
Excellent.
are going to be shipped using these drones for the NHS. And they have this footage of these things flying over the Scottish countryside, which is just absolutely gorgeous. But the range and the simple fact that these drones are beyond visual line of sight is what's so really impressive about this.
That's really cool. But the real question is, will these also deliver Tail Gunner 3D? What was it called again? What was it called? I totally forgot it. Was it his tail something?
Tail box.
That's it, the tail box. Man, I got to get my tail box on VHS. Yeah. I took a heartwarming story and I ruined it. All right, there we go.
It will never end. That
There
will
we
be
go.
the synopsis for this show. I can tell you right now.
Hashtag tailbox. It's already trending on social media.
All right, so let's switch to something more fun. We talked about Perseverance last week, and since that time, NASA has released some absolutely fabulous video footage of this drone actually landing.
Yeah. This is
20 meters off the surface.
just incredible.
the skybox way of landing these things is just unbelievable to watch. And I remember the first time that they did it, I was like, yeah, that's too complicated. But now that they've done this like 4 or 5 times, it's just amazing to sit there and watch. This is the first time I've actually seen video.
And that parachute, there's a secret message in the parachute apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's somebody decoded. I forget what it says. If you know in the chat, let me know. But I have a question for you. Who's cooler, NASA or SpaceX? SpaceX go to Mars? I don't think so. I don't think so.
To me, NASA is like a Tesla, an awesome Tesla. And SpaceX is more like a Mazda RX-8. It's kind of wanting to be a Tesla.
Dude, you can't.
No.
Tesla is SpaceX. What are you doing? That's Elon Musk. I just think old school NASA, man. I don't know.
NASA will always impress us with these amazing achievements, and SpaceX is cutting edge stuff where they are reimagining.
Yeah, let me know in the chat. Everybody's voting now. I see a lot of SpaceX is cooler, but NASA's got the heritage, man.
SpaceX, I'm sorry.
Nah, they're all about showmanship. Hey, let's get spacesuits that look like science fiction movies. I don't know.
Rockets that land after they're used is still a mind-blowing experience.
Yeah, but quick question, Jeff. Did they go to Mars? The answer is no.
But he has plans to go to Mars. In fact,
you know what? I have plans to be a millionaire. Will it ever happen? Nah. But I got plans.
If you get a chance to watch the new heavy lift rocket that they have, actually comes in and lands sort of sideways and flips up. And that is another amazing feat that they're working on perfecting.
Look at this when it's blowing.
Yeah, those special effects they can do in Hollywood are just amazing.
Yeah, they use the same set that Armstrong was for the moon thing. Look at this. Look at this.
We are conducting the sky crane, about to conduct the sky crane maneuver.
And I think they let people
Maneuver has started.
They let people over 50 work at NASA, unlike SpaceX.
Really?
No, I'm just saying that. But you ever see they always look so young on the SpaceX. They're like, we're a rocket ship.
I remember the first time that they landed one of these using the sky crane thing, and they had a guy working at NASA with a mohawk. So,
by the way, see all these people right here? These are all the people, all the dorks that you teased in high school. See what they're doing? Yeah. Those are the dorks that you stole. See that guy there? You took his lunch money. Now he's on Mars. How about that? Take that.
Well, I will continue to remind people that SpaceX is working directly with NASA, and they are a team.
Yes,
so
SpaceX is cool.
Awesome.
Yes, we don't have to choose because they're both awesome.
All right, so...
But one didn't force us to think about space sex every time we say it. NASA's just NASA. SpaceX is like, yeah, we're making them say space sex.
Valid. That's valid, Jeff.
He's going to need a third beer.
At least he got you to say it. All right, so recently, and this has been, I think, all over the news, United Airlines Boeing 777 recently had an engine blow apart as they were in the process of flying over Denver, spewing huge chunks of wreckage down in the neighborhoods and sports fields in the area. And we have some audio that's been captured from the pilot.
Yeah, this is the Mayday call.
Mayday, Mayday, United 328 Heavy, Mayday, Mayday aircraft. United Denver, departure, United 328 Heavy, Mayday aircraft, just experienced engine failure, need a turn immediately.
There's a big boom, the kind of sound you don't want to hear when you're on an airplane. And I instantly put my shade up, and I was pretty frightened to see that the engine on my side was missing.
My wife and I were sitting inside the house. We heard this big bang, and then all of a sudden there was a bang and a crash. This object just rolls right in front of our house, right out the front window, trying to figure out what it is. And as soon as I open the door, I go, uh-oh, it's an engine part.
You know, there was pictures that passengers took of the engine out of their window. Can you imagine? It looked like an engine still, but the metal, some metal was off it, and it was just flames. Just, I mean, can you imagine looking out? Last time I rode on a plane was years ago, but I remember looking out and you could see the wing bouncing and you're thinking about all the physics and everything. And I mean, I understand how it works, but it's still magic, you know? And then, oh, okay. We got 2 of these, right? The one's on fire. The other one, we good? Captain, we got the other one. It's okay. All right.
What's really impressive about this, and there's actually video footage of this crippled engine. The investigation on Monday showed that 2 of the fan blades in this Pratt & Whitney engine broke off and failed inside of the nacelle. But that particular engine is designed with that cowling around the blades to prevent those blades from flying into, say, the cabin of the aircraft, etc. What is most concerning about this is that the violence of that particular vortex from the engine was enough to peel off the outer shell, the decorative cover that goes on the outside of the engine. But that red part, or that section right there that's covering the blades, that's specifically designed to catch those blades.
I appreciate your explanation, but I can tell you, and I apologize to all the people screaming at their televisions or monitors right now. There's no decorative parts on a jet engine.
Well,
we'll just put this there for a flourish.
Aerodynamic.
Just for a flourish, just to make. Let's give it some wainscoting.
Yeah. Make it pretty.
Yeah, we gotta do that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So instead, we'll just take a break from that and enjoy some slow motion drone footage of surfers.
Yes, let's do that. And where is this? Where is this happening?
All right. So this particular footage is taken with a Mavic Air 2, and the surfers. I'm trying to find the specific location of this because the article I don't think mentioned where.
Oh my gosh!
At.
Look at them.
This is in Oahu. Yeah, this is in Oahu. Pipeline Oahu.
You think that dude has health insurance?
I think that's Greg Brady right before he finds the unlucky tiki.
Hey, it's old-timey reference man rears his head again. Oh my God! If you're old enough to remember that episode, jeez. Everybody under 50's going, huh?
What?
Wow.
Yeah, that brings back a memory.
Yeah, that was the Brady's jumping the shark there. There's another reference. You hear that all the time. That's actually referencing a Happy Days episode.
Yep.
But you can see the drones in these shots.
To give credit where credit's due, the video comes from us via Drone Nerds. They were the ones that shot this footage.
Pretty amazing.
Patrick Sutton says only about 4 people got that. So count 5 with Patrick.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool, man.
All right. So next we have from Hawaii as well. This is archived footage that has been recently released of the 2018 Kilauea Eruption.
Oh my God.
And this particular footage shows the heartbreaking final hours of Kapoho, which is a seaside community along the Puna shore that was completely destroyed by the lava flow from this particular eruption.
And it's so agonizingly slow, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Look at that. Oh, gosh.
The footage is part of an expansive release by the federal agency, which includes over 1,000 video files recorded during the 4-month eruption.
Sheesh. Wow.
Yeah. So that's a bit of history right there.
It's beautiful, though. I mean...
Terrifyingly beautiful,
Terrifyingly beautiful in its awesomeness, yeah. Well, I mean, that's how Hawaii got there.
Yeah, it's Mother Nature in action.
Yeah.
So a couple of centuries from now, all that new land that eruption created will be fertile ground that they'll probably build on.
Can these people when before the volcano erupted, and they're thinking about building a house here, can't they turn around and go, hey, just a quick thought, maybe, I don't know, maybe we don't. Would you build a house near a volcano?
No, thanks.
Yeah, I'm a no on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine that that would be really hard to insure those properties.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, that's different. All right, so we had another airline mystery that also happened. This is from American Airlines, and again we have some audio from the cockpit, but this one's a little bit different than the exploding engine.
Have any targets up here? We just had something go right over the top of us that, I hate to say this, looked like a long cylindrical object that almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing moving really fast that went right over the top of us.
Aliens?
Well, that's the thing. Nobody really knows what it is. Flight 2292 from Cincinnati to Phoenix around 1 p.m. Sunday identified that they had been overflown by an unidentified flying object. There is a missile range that is in the area, but it is nowhere near where their flight was because, you know, the civil aircraft aren't going to fly over a missile testing facility.
Right.
So there's no real definition. They did ask the military if they had been conducting any tests. The answer was no. There was nothing that they were doing. It was a Sunday, so they didn't decide they were going to shoot missiles off.
You know, every object is unidentified.
Yes.
Until you identify it. You know, so a UFO isn't a spaceship. It's just a unidentified flying object. Just like right now, until Kelly sees him, he is an unidentified cute object on the bed. I don't know what it is. What is it? Can you identify that? What is
That's a Scooby.
Oh, okay. I'm glad we could identify that cute object.
All right. So last in the news, Tebel Technologies is improving it's an Israeli-based company, is improving the assistance for using AI-driven drones to pick fruit.
I say, what?
Using Tebel's harvesting management application, we tell the control center how many robotic pickers we need, when we need them, and for how long.
Robotic pickers?
When we need them, Tebel's control center sends the technicians with a fleet of pickers.
No freaking way.
For a short setup, the robots select.
Not ripe. Not ripe.
Only ripe fruit ready for
ripe.
market.
Ripe.
Yeah, they actually will scan and find the best things to pick versus, you know, just grabbing everything off the vine, so to speak.
It looks painfully slow, though.
They're tethered drones. They can work nonstop. They can work at night. They can work during the day. So even if they're slower, the simple fact that they can work longer makes up for that.
And you can only see two of them, but you get, look, all these picking in your field? Look at that.
Wow.
Is that the scariest thing you've ever seen recently? I don't know. I mean, it's cool, yeah, but it's also terrifying, don't you think?
Yeah, it's a couple hundred people out of a job in one field.
I love the work. I love the idea. I think it's just a great proof of concept that, you know, drones have the ability to do something as complex as this. You would think picking fruit isn't that complex, but...
What happens when they become self-aware?
Oh. And
right?
eat the fruit?
Well, you know, they won't be satisfied with eating fruit. They'll be like, hey, I've got an arm, you got an arm, we got an arm. Okay, we can pick the fruit. Why can't we, I don't know, pick these humans' brains too?
This is John Connor. If you're listening to this, you are the Resistance.
Oh man, we gotta be the Resistance. They're coming for us, the robots, the self-aware robots.
Come on, guys. The machines are the enemy. We're all on the same side.
No. You see, I got a couple friends on my side.
Maybe they can carry you home when I'm done with you.
How many Terminator movies were there?
I watched Terminator 2 last weekend, and man, that may be my #1 sci-fi movie of all time. Even the special effects hold up.
Wait, is that the one with the naked chick? The time-traveling naked chick?
No, Terminator 2 was the second one that they did with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he comes back and fights the silver T-1000.
It wasn't shape-shifting T-1000.
It wasn't a female Terminator called Terminator 2 and a set of boobs too? It wasn't that one?
We've been fighting a long time, and we have all lost so very much, so many loved ones gone. But you are not alone. There are pockets of resistance all around the planet.
Progress,
we are at the brink.
Completion, quantity picked, and cost.
We're at the brink, man. Power to the Resistance! I don't know. It's cool. We're living in the future. It's true.
Yeah, definitely living in the future.
Yeah.
So, That's the news.
That's the news. Jeff, thank you so much. And you're only one beer in to the news, so it was a one-beer
I was
news.
successful and it's still about half full. So yeah, I got a ways to go.
And that is near beer. That's fake beer. That's alcohol-free beer, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, Jeff. Thanks, man. Okay. We'll see. I appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Ah, that Jeff. Gotta love that Jeff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's still drinking.